What if solitude isn't emptiness but a gateway to true fulfillment? In a world of constant noise, Buddhist wisdom teaches us that living alone isn't about loneliness. It's about self-discovery, peace, and empowerment. Join us as we explore how embracing solitude can unlock a life of wisdom, joy, and inner strength. Solitude is not a void. It is a space where the mind can breathe, expand, and rediscover its own nature. When we are alone, we are free from the noise of external influences, free to listen to the subtleties of our thoughts, emotions, and desires. In solitude, we meet ourselves fully, without the masks we wear in society. This meeting, though daunting at first, is the foundation of self-awareness. Without self-awareness, we drift, shaped by others rather than by our own truth. To live alone is not to be lonely. It is to embrace the richness of our own presence. Stillness offers a rare opportunity to witness the mind in its natural state. We begin to see the patterns of our thoughts, the fluctuations of emotions, the waves of restlessness that arise when distractions fade. Instead of reacting impulsively, we observe. We begin to understand impermanence, not as an abstract concept, but as a direct experience. A thought arises, lingers, dissolves, an emotion swells, then fades. The loneliness that once felt unbearable becomes a fleeting visitor, no longer something to fear, but something to understand. We cultivate patience, seeing that nothing lasts, neither sorrow nor joy. From this awareness, we develop inner stability. The world constantly shifts. Relationships change, circumstances fluctuate, external sources of happiness prove unreliable. But when we learn to anchor ourselves in the present moment, we discover that peace does not depend on what surrounds us, it exists within us. We no longer seek validation from others, nor do we fear solitude, because we have built a home within ourselves. This is freedom, not in an external sense, but in the deepest, most personal way. Freedom in solitude also means discovering what truly brings us joy. Without external expectations dictating our choices, we explore passions that had been buried under obligations and societal norms. Perhaps it is music, art, writing, or a simple appreciation for quiet mornings. We begin to enjoy our own company, understanding that fulfillment is not found in external distractions, but in the depth of our engagement with the present. Living alone teaches us to be intentional, to choose how we spend our time, rather than being swept away by mindless routines. Yet solitude is not about isolation from others, but about learning to connect in a more meaningful way. When we are no longer dependent on others to fill an internal void, our relationships shift. We no longer approach people with neediness, but with genuine appreciation. We listen more deeply, love more freely, and experience connection from a place of wholeness rather than lack. True connection arises not from a fear of being alone, but from a fullness within ourselves. By embracing solitude, we also cultivate resilience. Challenges become opportunities for growth rather than sources of despair. We learn that we are capable of handling life's difficulties independently, developing trust in ourselves. Small acts, preparing a meal, solving a problem, creating a routine, become affirmations of our own strength. The solitude that once seemed daunting transforms into a source of empowerment. This journey also brings simplicity. Living alone reveals what is truly necessary and what is mere excess. We let go of what does not serve us, physically and emotionally. Attachments loosen, and in their place, clarity emerges. The endless chase for external fulfillment subsides, replaced by a quiet contentment with the present. This simplicity, rooted in mindfulness, allows us to see beauty in the ordinary, in a moment of silence, in a single breath. Living alone is not about escaping the world, but about engaging with it from a place of inner strength. In solitude, we do not lose ourselves, we find ourselves. We discover that we are enough, we are whole, we are free.